authentic versions of ourselves. I pray that you protect our minds, bodies, and spirits, and that you bless us with the gift of wisdom and discernment so that we are able to take empowered action that is in alignment with our highest and greatest good. Welcome to my good loves. Oh, let me start the audio. Welcome to my good loves over on YouTube. I'm just hopping right into it. We're just getting started. I hope that everybody is having a good Friday or whenever it is that you see this video. But yeah, we're doing a collective reading, and we do have a new moon coming up. What is it, this Sunday? A new moon in Taurus, which I'm quite excited for. I do like me some Taurus energies, right? But drop an emoji down in the chat and let me know how you're feeling. Make sure that you set your own prayers and intentions for what it is, for what kind of messages you'd like to receive and what information you're looking for clarity on when it comes to this collective reading. And then, girl, I'm a little nervous. I got all these goddamn lights on, and this thunderstorm is thunderstorming outside. I don't know if y'all heard it, but girl, they got the floor rocking and shaking and rolling and everything, girl. Okay? But if you're hanging out with me, please also double tap the screen, hit that thumbs up button, and share this live session with a friend or two as a fair and equal exchange of energy. Or you can donate. You know, if you want to donate over at my Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App, all those options can be found at the link in my profile or in the description bar. But we're going to get started not far from now. But just thinking about the new moon in Taurus and how Taurus allows us to connect to self-value and things that we cherish and hold on to and things that we don't want to change. There's a bit of like preservation, you know what I mean, of our comforts, of our joys. But I also feel like, you know, Taurus is good with like manifesting all things Venusian, which is money, love, partnerships, good food, good experiences, anything that really makes life worth living. You can manifest or set some intentions for during this upcoming new moon. Yeah. Excuse me. Okay, I got it. Hello, ancestor, spirit guides, and angels. Any information or insights you would like the collective to have, I'm here to deliver them. Please and thank you, please and thank you, please and thank you. I'm sorry on the mic. I just wanted to get a little closer to my mouth. Okay. Okay, so some of us are stressing, right? I'm kind of getting the sense that a lot of us are stressing. We have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, followed by the Nine of Swords, the Three of Wands in reverse, followed by the Three of Swords. And funny enough, I'm getting that this isn't necessarily a bad thing, right? Like, at least here in the United States, like the way that like money and housing and the economy, the way that all these things have been going is completely like, it's a mess, you know, it's a mess, girl. Right? But kind of what I'm picking up on is that like the divine is saying that a lot of the things that are like attached to our money or like the housing market or the economy, I'm just getting that a lot of them actually need to be broken and let go of, right? And the divine is kind of guiding us down this path where we cannot anticipate. We do not know what is going to come next. And with this Three of Swords, wisdom is going to come. Like the Libra, the Three of Swords is ruled by Libra energy. So there's like partnerships. And like, as I'm digging into the energy, it's like unintentional partnerships. You know what I mean? Or what kind of soul contracts or nonverbal agreements have we made with the way that society is operating, right? And so there's this comfort in the devil that we know, you know what I mean, or these circumstances that we know how to handle, or at the very least that we're familiar with and we know what we're getting out of them, versus something new, right? And kind of what the divine is showing me is that this emotional discomfort is creating a path for growth, right? With this alchemist card. I mean, not the alchemist card, but the temperance card, which connects to emotional and energetic alchemy, right? This discomfort as things are breaking down, and the stress and the anxiety, you know what I mean? It's actually going to help us create a pathway to something new. It's going to help us create a pathway to something different. It's going to help us create a pathway to something that we actually want and desire, right? But in order to make that happen, the first card that did pop out was the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. And the Seven of Pentacles is saying we actually have to do the work to look at it, right? Because right now, a lot of us, we're just living in the emotional dissatisfaction of things not going our way or things changing, right? But the Seven of Pentacles in reverse is saying, like, how are things already going, right? If things were already going bad, you know what I mean? In some ways, it does appear that they are getting worse. But again, they keep showing me, it's weird. It's like stitching. It's like two pieces of fabric that are like stitched together. You know what I mean? And so many of the things that we liked, they were attached to these things we were dissatisfied with. And they're showing me this cutting of the thread. You know what I mean? Shout out to the fates. This cutting of the thread, pulling apart this fabric and saying we don't have to be attached to that anymore. You know what I mean? And cutting of the thread, you know, there's a death process included in it, right? But let's get some more information. But the divine is saying it's uncomfortable, right? It's uncomfortable. But the silver lining is that we're also being, you know, released from things that we never liked or that we never wanted for the long term. Yeah. If this is resonating with you at any point in time, feel free to double tap the screen for me. What else does the Most High have for this collective message? Please and thank you. Ciao. So here's the thing. I don't know. Today, the divine feels like, I don't want to say upset, but it kind of feels like the divine wants us to grow up. Can I zoom this in? Do y'all like the angle over here? Do y'all like the angle? I know sometimes y'all like to see the cards. I'm just trying to do something a little more engaging, you know? I think YouTube has a nice angle. I'm a little worried about TikTok. All right, let me know what you think. And I think I also want to kick her back just a little bit. That's a little more engaging, right? Anyway, as I was saying, the divine is saying, like, the word that I'm getting is siloed. Like, we're finding our closest friends and family members, and the Three of Cups in reverse, usually in my like tarot reading practice, it talks about people pouring negative energy into us, or people, the word that's coming through is just complaining. You know what I mean? It's people pouring negative energy into us, or we're like holding on to relationships past their due date or past the point where they're like uplifting, or we're just hanging out with people past the point where it makes sense, right? But this Three of Pentacles, not the Three of Pentacles, I'm so sorry, the Three of Cups. I'm looking at the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups I'm looking at, it feels like that we are seeking comfort in our friends and our family members and, you know, and even in our communities where it feels comfortable, but we're kind of just complaining. No tea, no shade. We're just kind of like whining and being frustrated with the way that things are going, instead of coming together as a community and finding a way out. Again, this fabric, these pieces of fabric that are seemingly tied to a lack of satisfaction and bad circumstances, they're being pulled apart. And in that pulling apart process, we can return to the very people that we're looking for emotional comfort with and actually build something new. But we're not building something new, right? We're getting the emotional comfort, and there's kind of like, again, we're complaining together. It like, part of me wants to say it's a little bit like misery loves company. You know what I mean? And not in a malicious way, but sometimes when the enemy of my friend is my enemy as well. I may be butchering the way that goes, but it's like, if this is upsetting you and it's upsetting me, we can bond over how it's both causing us misery, right? Which is true. But the next step that I'm getting is that none of us, we're not trying to move on from that. We're just sitting in the dissatisfaction, 11:11 on my clock, right? And we have the opportunity to build something new that is going to stand the test of time. We have the 10 of Pentacles in reverse right now, right? And it's next to that 3 of Cups in reverse, which is saying that like our emotional energy, it isn't being alchemized, right? Temperance card. It isn't being used to build something that we really want. It isn't being used to create something. You know what I mean? And even though we don't necessarily need to be in the full-fledged creation and hitting the pavement work right now, I'm getting that the conversation needs to change. Right? Full card, Page of Swords. What is it that we actually want to be talking about? Because the good thing, like this 2 of Swords that I'm looking at, which was the first card that popped out, it feels very private. You know what I mean? It feels like the conversations that we're having at our kitchen tables. It feels like the conversations that we're having on the phone, via text message, with our closest friends and family members, the people that we trust most in our community. Right? So something about these conversations feel very private. And they're collaborative, but we're just not collaborating or thinking or talking about the ways that we want to move on and what new things that we want to build, right? Instead, we're kind of bonding over this general sense of anxiety. Yes, my loves? Let's get us the action plan. What is it that we can do to proceed? What is it that we can do to grow? What is it that we can do to move, towards what it is that we're actually looking for, or move closer to empowered action and the vibration that will serve us most. Ashe. Again, I appreciate everybody stepping in tonight, hanging out with me. I know I don't always hop in on Friday nights, but it's nice to be here. Action plan, please. Ciao. Okay. Excuse me. So the first thing that I'm getting is like the divine is saying like, accept that it's dead. Again, I'm so sorry to use that language, but this Hangman in reverse, Judgment card in reverse, 5 of Pentacles in reverse. There's something about, okay, girl, like it's lost. Girl, the ship is sinking. We are not getting what we want. You know what I mean? And then there's this feeling that complaining about it is going to get us something. It's not. That pointing the finger and being frustrated and angry is going to get us somewhere. It's not. You know what I mean? And like in all seriousness, like most of us were dissatisfied, and there's a blessing in the fact that we're dissatisfied, and we can use that energy and that vibration to motivate us to change, to motivate us to create something better, to motivate us to create something new and different. Right, my loves? 2 of Pentacles in reverse, but that's the other thing. This is like when death becomes a little bit difficult. 2 of Pentacles in reverse. In order to pick up the tools, they're showing me tools, like literally like building, like hammers and wrenches and saws, and even like laptops and cell phones, and like telephone calls are taking place. In order to pick up the tools to build something new and manifest a new community, a new world, a new vision that we are living in, we actually got to put down, you know what I mean, the things that are crumbling in our hands. They're crumbling in our hands. I'm so sorry, babes. They're crumbling in our hands. Knight of Pentacles, Tower card. They're slowly crumbling, but they're crumbling in our hands. And again, that is going to take us back. And it's so crazy that these cards are now flipping themselves. that is going to take us back to the Seven of Pentacles. What was it about this last iteration of our lives? What was it about the past, I'm hearing decade, that we liked about it? What felt good? What felt buoyant? What felt like it was serving us, right? Journal on those things. Talk about those things, and then find a way, how can we sustain them as a community? Right? How can we sustain them as a group? How do we sustain those things with our family members and our friends? Excuse me, instead of relying on the powers that be. You're right. Again, building these things, it's like, I've never seen the trees in the background on this Knight of Pentacles before, but they just showed up to me. Again, it's a slow process. And it's so crazy because I was just talking to somebody about like the forest fires that were taking place in California earlier this year. But kind of the image that they're showing me is that like as trees and buildings and structures and institutions are burning down and they're crumbling, what we need to be doing is planting seeds and watching our plants and the fruits of our labor grow at the same time. So that once these entities are burnt down and they're gone, we don't have to start from scratch. You know what I mean? There's not this huge panic. We've already been in the process of building the things that we want to see. We've always been in the process of contributing and pouring into the things that we want to grow, right? That is where our emotional fulfillment is going to go. That is where is it going to come from. And this is very feminine in nature, right? It's very communal. It's very emotional. It's very intuitive. Queen of Pentacles, right? It's slow and steady wins the race, but it's considerate, it's balanced, it's nurturing, it's holding on to what makes us feel good on a soul level. Again, with this new moon and Taurus coming up, these are some very lovely manifestations to build. Yeah. Okay. I got the call to get the Oracle cards. Yeah. So for this new moon, I would highly recommend finding some journaling prompts about what you can build with your communities. What can you value? What can you cherish? What can you build with your communities and with your loved ones that is going to stand the test of time? Can we get an Oracle card, please? It's a bit much. Okay, I'm gonna do this another way. So I'm gonna do a shuffle and then cut the deck. It's a new deck. Again, if you want to check out any of the decks I'm using, you can always find them at the link in the description bar. This is the Voices of the Souls Oracle. It's a beautiful deck. Felt like using like gold and black today. And again, felt like it fit the Venusian vibes. Message of warning. Okay. I'm gonna get another one. Get one more cut in the deck in the left hand for this Taurus new moon reading. Okay. And then happiness. Message of warning and happiness. I'm going to meet a message of warning first. This is 33 and 6. 33-6. Funnily enough, that is my birth number, my numerology number. I'm a 33-6. But let me go read this. Okay, message of warning. This card is here to help you connect to your psychic abilities. Take a moment to visualize the card. You are invited to receive a message of warning from your soul, your spirit guides, or an entity. Write down what you feel. Look at the card for as long as you need. You are invited to see a message on your own, beyond the card's description. Be confident in yourself. Well, I'm going to show this to y'all. Give you a second to screen cap it if you need to. And here on YouTube. And now I'll leave you to divine your own messages. But now we're going to go off to 6. Again, 33-6. Very funny. Which has happiness. Your soul. Happiness is within your reach. Its creation begins inside you, even if your outer environment seems complicated. Don't worry, happiness is there. I already feel it. I send you much love so that you can see it and carry it into your outer life. You have worked on yourself and you are now aware of how to create this inner happiness. If this is not yet the case, know that you will soon share it with people you love. You are a wonderful person, and I am proud of you because you have the daring to tell it to yourself. Ashe. Sometimes you say it timidly, but still, you manage to express it. Before you didn't feel you could. Keep building your own happiness. You are on a beneficial path. Your spirit guides. Everything is already happening. You are in a forward-moving energy. If you can't see synchronicities yet, know that they will be coming quickly. We are sending you signs in the form of outer events. Let yourself be guided. Keep nourishing what is most beautiful in you. Don't try to control things. All you have to do is experience the present moment and be spontaneous. Soon, your inner happiness will be carried into your outer life. You will create everything that matters to you. Your wants are in line with your needs, and you are connected to yourself. Everything is falling into place. Everything is beautiful. You can already embrace the fruit of your efforts and bring your projects to life. And then the entity. I am happy now, even if things weren't easy for me. I was happy then. I always had that childlike fire letting me experience things intensely. Yes, I may have been clumsy, but I've always found moments of happiness in hard times. I'm guiding you towards happiness. I'm sending you signs to help you create your own happiness and to understand it is within your reach. Be proud of yourself. You already have everything within you. You have managed to do many things that I could not do. Keep going on this path. Keep shining as you are right now. You do not need to contact me directly. When you are happy, we're aligned on the same frequency. I am with you, and I am happy with you and for you. You are creating a wonderful path, and beautiful surprises are in store for you. Keep moving forward on these beautiful waters. While the waters I sailed were filled with hardships, for you, they are peaceful. Enjoy it all for me. Yes, my loves. That concludes this collective reading. I appreciate you all hanging out with me tonight. Again, I will see you next week. I'll see you after the new moon. We'll check in again after the new moon. Again, the new moon is this upcoming Sunday. What is it? April 27th, new moon in Taurus. And yeah, please thank your ancestors, spirit guides, and angels for allowing me to deliver these messages to you. And until next time, this is XO Mo. And if you would like a personal reading, please find the link in my bio or the link down in the description bar to find my stand store to get on my booking calendar. All right, I love you all. Bye-bye. Holla.